So today what I'm going to be doing for you is something pretty cool. I'm going to be showing you my top 4 Forex trades that are making me quite a bit of money right now as we speak. Stay tuned if you want to find out more about how I found these trades and how they are performing. Okay, so like I said to you, we are going to be having a look at the top 4 Forex trades on my portfolio right now. I've got about 6 positions running. One of them is going to be in the USD, Norwegian kroner. The next one is going to be on the Euro, New Zealand dollar. Next one on the pound, Japanese yen. And the one just after that is the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Now, just to introduce myself to you, the reason why you should probably be watching a video like this is mainly because I focus on teaching people about these specific things. To introduce myself to you, my name is Morgan and I'm a professional trader. On top of that, I train students in over 28 countries around the world. I not only manage my own capital and capital for my clients, but I spend a huge amount of time dedicating my efforts to teaching other people about what I do in the financial markets. For the purpose of this video, we are going to be having a look at what I am managing in my own live trading portfolio. On top of that, we not only have live tracking trading portfolios that you can have access to in the links down below. On top of that, we also post all of these trade ideas and this trade information up onto my Twitter page. So not only are you able to follow along with what we do on a weekly basis, you can also follow our Twitter pages that can update you automatically as long as you click that bell notification. On top of that, this YouTube page is focusing on providing you with additional educational content with regards to trading, investing, and wealth management. So if you want to keep updated with that, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click the bell notification. What that'll do is that I'll send you a notification every single time we upload a video. We're going for doing about 4 videos per week uploading to make sure we can keep you all updated with as many trade ideas, educational aspects, and anything revolving around trading and investing that we can help you with. Jumping into the video, what we're going to be doing, like I said to you, having a look at these top 4 Forex trades. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of input on each and every one of them, but I'm going to try and keep this video short so it doesn't run on too long. So I'm not going to be able to tell you everything about exactly why I chose these trades, but I'm going to be showing you the top aspects as to why I'm going to keep these trades on my portfolio for the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a little bit more, just depending on how the market performs. Okay, so jumping onto the charts here, you can see that I've got the US dollar Norwegian kroner open right now. Now the US dollar Norwegian kroner is quite an interesting trade, specifically because I uploaded a trade idea on this specific trade. Now to anyone who wants to have a look at this trade idea, make sure to go to this thumbnail over here. The link is going to be down below in the description for you to watch, but that is basically the video of exactly why I chose this trade idea. Back to the screen here, basically what we have been able to have a look at is this week. Now we're sitting the first week of December, but the previous week we had quite a nice pivot candle right over at the top here. We had the Bollinger Bands pierced, we had these previous levels tested, these previous resistance high levels, and now we've had price action come back down. This week, if we go into the daily chart, we have a look at the last couple of days, you can see that we've had quite a lot of resistance around these moving average levels. So once again, these Bollinger Band levels and EMA levels between the 30-day EMA and the 15-period EMA, we have had quite a lot of resistance in that level over here. Now, if we have a look previously, we've had in the past times where the Bollinger Bands and the EMAs have been tested, followed by a breakdown. We've had quite strong bearish moves moving to the downside. Now, our focus is to try and see if next week we're going to have these levels pierced. Now, a big aspect that could be a possible resistance level is this previous spike right over here. So what you can see is that there's a little bit of a strong resistance and support level that is being met there. Another one that we could possibly see as a strong support level in the future could be this level right over here. So these 2 historic levels that we can identify here are going to be very important for us to have a look at. Let's just quickly add in so if I add in some arrows here, basically what I'm talking about is these 2 resistance levels are now becoming the possible future support levels. So you can see over here, we have got this level which is being strongly tested right over here. So that is going to be important for us to identify if we could possibly see a strong breakdown below that level. Should we see that possible breakdown, given the fact that my sell orders are in these positions over here, I'm probably going to try and see if we can hold to this previous low level, or possibly see on the weekly chart if we could see a movement right back down to the bottom of these Bollinger Bands, same way that we had previously over here. So that is also going to be an important level for me to try and get back to. That level at around about 8.07. I'm going to try and see if I can have that there. My orders right now are sitting in at 8.55 and 8.58. I've got 2 positions on this. I'm going to see if I can hold them all the way back down to that 8.07 level. Going on to the next trade, we have got the pound New Zealand dollar. Now the pound New Zealand dollar, we've got 2 trades up on that. We've got one open at 1.88 and 1.86, so both of them are in a loss, but they are just slightly higher up over here. So effectively the reason why they're in a bit of a loss is I didn't feel like adding to the position. However, we have had a possible slow recovery back up to the upside. So what I'm going to be hoping for is that over the period we can possibly see a strong recovery coming up over here. This week we had a strong recovery where price action bounced from this level and showed a good strong recovery over here. If I bring in something similar to, let's say for example, an indicator like the MACD, the MACD was a great example for us to see if there was any possible oversold, overbought levels. You can see on the 4-hourly chart we have got a little bit of a divergence that's occurring. This divergence is rather slight, but that is definitely something we can have a look at. So if you have a look, we have got divergence showing up right over here between the price action and the indicator. So you can see over here, we've got divergence and we've got divergence over there. So that could be a possibility that we could see some upside momentum, hopefully moving back into this level over here. Now that is going to be another aspect that I'll need to discuss in a future video, is talking about what divergence is. Now in terms of what I might be looking at in terms of my targets is if we could see price action move up to this previous level over here. Now that could be a long-term level that I would like the market to move to, but if you have a look on the weekly chart, if we assess that over there, that could be an attainable position. The next opportunity is if something does not play out in my favor, we could possibly see price action only move to this lower level over here. So given the fact that we are on 2 buy orders at 1.88 and 1.86, hopefully we could hit that 1.9 level, 1.91, maybe even move up to the 1.95. So anything between 1.9 and 1.95 could be my possible sweet spot to see the market recover to. If I have a look at that, that could be anything between 2 weeks to 6 weeks, depending on the period that it might move within. So there could, if I put something like this over here, we could see price action move between these 2 levels right over here. Going on to the next trade, we're going to be having a look at the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Now in this trade, I've got a few positions open. I've got position open at 77.35, 77.04, 77.60, 77.24, and 77.26. So 77.24 is my lowest level. So we're going to have 77.24 around about over here. So what we've basically got is in this bearish candle right now, we have got quite a few sell orders that are open. So as you can see, we've had quite a strong bearish move, and now the strong attributing factor to this could definitely be what we could consider as the MACD. So if we have a look at this, these 4-hourly charts, we can see that we have got quite a strong level of divergence over here. So as you can see on the indicator, we've got a strong level of divergence, whereas on price action, we've actually got a strong bullish momentum. So once again, this is just showing that we've got price action losing momentum. There's a very strong bearish trend, and now the MACD is going into that bearish area. If we have a look on the weekly chart, we've got that stochastic level that is extremely overbought. Now, to anyone who doesn't know what the stochastic level is, make sure to watch this video over here, link down below in the description, link number 2. That is talking about exactly what the stochastic is and how you can trade it on the weekly time frames for a huge amount of your trading success. make sure to watch that video when you get some time. It is really helpful and informative. Back onto the charts, just to start wrapping this up. We're just over 11 minutes now. I'm going to hopefully see if we can have price action move possibly down to this level over here as target number 1. And hopefully if we have a look on the weekly chart, we could possibly see that would bring us back to those previous moving average levels. And obviously, if we could have price action move lower, I might have a look at that, but I'm not going to be considering that right now. So my target is definitely going to be sitting around that 75.19 level, given the fact I'm short average at about 75.3 on all 5 of my positions. That is going to be a good trade that I can take. I think it's going to be a good pullback, and that's definitely going to take anything between the next 2 to 4 weeks to complete. Going on to the last trade, we've got having a look at the Euro New Zealand dollar. We have had a very, very strong bearish move last week. Unfortunately, I didn't really see this bearish candle coming. We had a nice trend reversal on the candle 3 weeks ago, and then we had a very strong bearish move right below the Bollinger Bands, but now we've had a nice strong recovery. If we have a look on the monthly chart as well, the monthly chart is not showing us much except for the fact that we're bouncing off those moving averages. Now previously we did have strong bounces off the moving averages, which could be possible on the monthly candle. Going back into the weekly candle, we've obviously got the stochastic that is oversold, and touching the Bollinger Bands, that could be another 2 points we can add in. Going into the daily chart, we've had some very nice 3 very strong daily candles moving higher, but if I add in that MACD again, which helps us with having a look at how the market is losing momentum. On the daily chart, we've got divergence. So we have got a nice recovery back to the upside on the MACD indicator, whereas we've still got price falling. And then if we have a look at the 4-hourly time frame, we have also got divergence, a very strong level of divergence occurring over there. So the possible level that we could move back to, say for example, if we actually break above this previous resistance level, this previous support level as a resistance, we could see price action move slightly higher, and hopefully we will see the market recover possibly back up to this level over here. So if I have a look at some of my orders that I've got open, I've got a few trades open over here. I've got one open at 1.64, one at 1.66, 1.66, 1.67, 67, 66, and 66. So my average price that I'm purchasing at is about 1.66, between 1.66 and 1.65. So if I have a look here, we're sitting basically where the majority of my average price orders are right now. So I purchased these earlier on the previous days towards the end of last week, and unfortunately we had a strong pullback. So I went into a bit of a loss, but now we've got that strong recovery. Hopefully if we can get back up into those 1.72 levels, I could see quite a strong recovery to my position, and I could get out of that. So basically what you can see here is we've got 4 Forex trades open. 3 of them are on basically shorting the New Zealand dollar over the next 3 to 4 weeks. That's definitely a macroeconomic view that I have, and I'm not going to be able to share all the macroeconomics of it because it's going to make the video a lot longer and a lot more difficult to understand. But what I'm doing for the purpose of this video is to show you a weekly update on my live portfolio that I'm managing for myself and for all of my clients. I have clients based all over the world that trust me with their own capital, and it's very important that I do my job properly. But not only am I able to do my job properly, I can now use it as education for every single one of you to show you a bit more about how I'm managing my portfolio on a weekly basis. If you think this is going to help you with yourself on a weekly basis and you think we should do this every single week, please make sure to leave a comment down below and actually let us know. Just say, yes, this would really help me, or no, this is not going to help me. If you think it's going to help, make sure to also leave a like. To anyone who wants to find out a bit more about how we train students in over 28 countries around the world, right now we're still running our educational program. Access to that is $475 for 12 months worth of training. It's online access. On top of that, you get mobile app access. We have specialized mobile apps that allow our students to study from anywhere at any time. On top of that, they get extensive private coaching with us and extensive support from our team. Don't forget, we also have verified track records. So the strategies that I use every single day to make money for myself and my clients are the exact same strategies that I teach every single one of my students. We have got a really good track record, and on top of that, to anyone who actually wants to speak to any of our students and get feedback from them to find out if it is a good program to choose, we are more than happy to let you speak to any of them and get some references. To anyone who wants to get hold of us, make sure to email study@msequitiestrading.com. And if you want to find out more about our program, make sure to visit www.msequitiestrading.com. Everything is up on our website. You can get in contact with us there as well. Once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers for now, everyone.